mention someone you know from the Avengers, The Leftovers, Ghostbusters, and A Gone Girl 2. Now she's living in the past in the new season of The Gilded Age. New episodes come out Sundays on HBO and Max. Please welcome Carrie Coon. No, they do it willingly and of their own volition. Yeah. It's great to see you.
You too.
You were on Fargo. You were great on Fargo.
It was a great season.
That was a great season.
Yeah, it was.
Was that fun to do?
Oh, it was magnificent to do.
Was
Some
it
of the best actors.
Were you up in Calgary shooting that also?
Yes, I was in Calgary for that, and then Ghostbusters. I've spent a lot of time in Calgary.
Oh, interesting.
Calgary.
Yeah.
Great library.
I was thinking about you because you are, really, I think you're a great actor, and you are in great shows. Like, you must have some sense of what the shows are beforehand.
Have good taste.
The Leftovers, which is one of the great shows ever. Of course, The Gilded Age. You've got this going on now. You've got Fargo, as I mentioned before. How is that? I mean, are you just really good at picking them?
Yes, I have really good taste. My husband's a snob, and
yes,
also,
your husband.
The writing is the most important thing.
Your husband, Tracy, gets in there and he reads it and he decides whether he thinks it's something
he's like, no, you're not doing this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, we talk about everything.
Would you ever do something terrible? Like, would you ever do something, like, leap into, like, you play, an interior decorator on Fuller House, for instance?
Look, sometimes a girl needs a job. I got 2 kids.
You would be open to that?
Sure. But I'd like to keep my IMDb really solid if I can.
How old are your children? 5
and 2.
Oh, 5 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you have what?
That's a lot.
What are they?
A boy and a girl.
Boy and a girl. Okay, you got a 5-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And are they excited about the holidays? Are they getting crazy? They're getting ready?
I mean, they kind of don't really understand what Christmas is all about yet.
Really?
You know, they get stuff. And Thanksgiving, you know, they don't eat really anything. They're so picky. So we just made a chicken and some green beans.
You made chicken for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna make a turkey. They're not gonna eat it. They barely ate the chicken. All they eat is Hawaiian Rolls. Yeah, they eat their weight in Hawaiian Rolls. I know, they're delicious.
Can I tell you something? And nothing against King's Hawaiian Rolls are quite delicious.
Yes.
By order of my daughter, who's 9 years old, this morning, I had to make Hawaiian roll grilled cheese sandwiches for her lunch.
No.
And then I have to put them in like a little hot bag to
Tracy, turn off the TV.
to keep them warm. And it's all, she will not, there are only like 5 things she will eat. And Hawaiian rolls are one of them. She's not even Hawaiian. She's only been to Hawaii one time.
Yeah, my kids don't even know there is a Hawaii. They will, I mean, it's the only thing they eat. We should have a contest and see how many rolls our children can eat.
Yeah.
In one sitting. Because my son's made of Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah.
And also, why do we cook them the things they want? Why do we when I was little, my parents weren't making me special dinner. Like,
no, you're right.
They put it in front of you and you ate it.
And
why are we doing this? I mean, granted, in the Midwest, a vegetable was like a sliced tomato or applesauce. No offense, Dad. He also made really good creamed frozen vegetables. Thank you, Dad. But I mean, if we all stop doing it, maybe we could change it.
But we won't stop doing it, and I don't know why we can't stop doing it.
Because we want them to eat.
We want them to eat, and we know that you have to starve them out, is really the way
I know, you do.
to go,
You
right?
do. I mean, my son's pants are already falling down. I don't know what else to do.
Same here.
More
My
butter.
son, there's no pair of pants that will stay on his body.
You have to get the adjustable
He's so skinny, he will not eat. They just don't, they won't, like I have to, I'm not gonna, I do yell at them, yes. But
force feed them?
I have to yell at them to eat pizza.
Oh, yeah. I know, my daughter rejected pizza the other day. I was like, okay, great, now what are we gonna do?
Where do you go from there?
Hawaiian roll pizza is the only thing we have
Hawaiian roll
left.
pizza.
During my son's swimming lessons, the instructor spent the whole time just looking at me like this and lifting up his swimsuit over his butt because it kept falling down. Just like sheepishly, like,
you gotta stuff a couple Hawaiian rolls in there and maybe it'll stay up.
Yeah, fill it in.
So you don't have any answer for this thing. And I know what they say to do. You have to put the food on the table.
That's right.
And you have to, even if they don't eat it, you put it out there, and then you take it away, and whatever.
And you keep exposing them to it.
It's so wasteful.
Yeah,
and I know my daughter will, 100 years could go by, and she will never, ever touched so much as a boiled egg.
That's right. I know. Michelle Obama tried, I heard, to get her to eat a vegetable. My son gags with trace amounts of broccoli. He gags. I mean, there's nothing I can do. So you just make sure you have enough Hawaiian rolls for them to fill up. And then, they won't wake up hungry.
Yeah, I know. I guess that's the way to go. Yeah, our pediatrician said Hawaiian rolls are basically a donut.
Yeah. They taste, they're delicious.
They have the same nutritional value
I know,
as
they're
a
empty
Krispy
calories.
Kreme. Yeah.
But thank God for them.
So,
they made my holiday much smoother.
Your show, The Gilded Age, which is it's set in, what, the
1880s. The Gilded Age, there's some fungible ideas about what the dates are, but 1880s for us.
So you played a little loose with the dates, but the fact of the matter is, it was a time, and correct me if I have any of this wrong, it was a time where wealthy people, there was a great disparity.
Yeah, there was no income tax, so they just, had parties where they brought horses inside their homes and had lunch on top of horses. They were insane.
It's an issue that we still have to this day.
Yes, we have incredible economic stratification.
Except for the horses,
yes,
but
except for that. We're not as creative as we used to be. It's all the phones.
And people would wear these incredible, I think we have a photograph of you and, look at that. There's a pizza that the kids wouldn't eat.
Yes, leftover pizza. Yeah, it's hard to find time to eat when you're in those, you can't eat in those costumes, and also when you have 2 children, so you just gotta get it where you can.
Are those costumes terrible to wear?
Some of them are. Now look, if you're a theater person, you know that when you fit your corset, you take a deep breath so that they don't make it too tight. So I always felt comfortable in a corset, but I wear 4 to 6 inch heels, and then you're wearing a wig and a hat, and you can't lay down. Sometimes you're sitting on an apple box like this for 8 hours, and you get a half an hour for lunch. So I get these little cervical rests so we can lay down and let our hats go straight, all the feathers and everything. I had a hat that was so tall, they had to take the top off of a carriage. Because I got it and I was like, hey guys, I don't think I can do the scene like this. They're enormous and they're really heavy.
And people really wore those things.
They did every day. And they made their waists, so tidy. We don't do that.
This was a time also where there was no indoor plumbing. There were chamber pots at this time.
Yes.
This was a filthy time.
It's a very dirty time. You just throw it out the window.
We don't see any of the filth, I feel like. When we see these shows on television, it's missing so much of the filth.
I'll see if I can, if we get a season 3, I'll try to bring some filth back. I'll try to get a chamber pot scene in there for you, Jimmy.
The chamber pot episode would be a great one.
Use the chamber pot, throw it out the window like they used to do. Yeah, we could use a little filthiness. Now, and when we're on set, it's also very challenging. We have to actually, I shouldn't talk about this in public.
Please, go ahead.
You have to go backwards because you have this huge bustle in the back. If you sit on a toilet, you're going to dip it. You don't want to dip your bustle. That's like silk and taffeta. So you have to kind of lift everything up and go forwards.
Wait a minute. So you're facing
the wall.
You're facing the toilet?
Yeah.
And approaching it?
I'm just trying to help all y'all out there who are walking around in these bustles. You got to go the other way. Just try it.
Wow. That is...
Yeah. But I have to say, my dresser, Amber, whenever we have a break, we got it down to she can get me back in the dress in 5 minutes.
Amber can?
Yeah, she's amazing.
I hope everyone...
They work really
I wish
hard.
people in the 1800s had an Amber.
I know. Well, I guess they did, but they were, basically paying them slave wages.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So we don't really want that. We want Amber to make a living wage.
Yes, thank goodness Amber
and
is
she was
doing
on
well.
tucking my boobs back in when I was pregnant. They're like, the right one's really high, and they'd
Does Amber write boob tugger on her taxes?
No, I don't know. I have to ask.
This is my boob tugger, Amber.
She should. I don't think it'll get her anywhere. When I was pregnant, though, my other dresser, Brian, we always joked that it's like my daughter was going to think he was her father because he was always down here tugging around and talking. And I always thought that when she first heard his voice, she'd be like, Dad? But we haven't gotten to test that out yet.
Well, it's great to see you.
My
the show
pleasure.
is The Gilded Age. You watch new episodes Sunday nights, 9 o'clock on HBO. And that's Carrie Coon, everybody. Thank you, Carrie. We'll be back with Dog Star.